The Gwydapolis concept, a delusion or alternate reality. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something pretty fascinating. Ever heard of Gwydapolis? You might be wondering what on earth that even is. Well, it's a concept that suggests there's a hidden city, or maybe even a parallel universe, lying just outside what we usually call reality. So in this video, we're going to explore whether Gwydapolis is just a figment of imagination, a delusion, if you will, or if there's a chance it could actually be an alternate reality. Buckle up because it's going to be a thought-provoking ride. The Gwydapolis concept explained. All right, so let's break it down a bit. Gwydapolis is often described as this secret city or dimension that exists beyond our normal perception. It's a term tied to certain individuals or groups who believe in its existence. Now, while such ideas might sound outlandish at first, they aren't entirely new. We've seen similar stories throughout folklore and mythology. Think about places like Atlantis or even Narnia. Sometimes the idea of hidden realms captures our imaginations. These stories tap into something universal, the human desire to believe in magic, mystery, and the unknown. It makes you wonder, could there really be more to reality than what meets the eye? Delusion versus alternate reality. Now, here comes the big question. Is Gwydapolis a delusion, or could it be an alternate reality? Let's start by considering subjective experiences. When we talk about personal belief, it's interesting to think about how deeply some individuals hold on to the idea of Gwydapolis. For many, it carries significant emotional weight and could even be a source of comfort or inspiration. On the flip side, we have signs of potentially unhealthy attachments, like hallucinations. Have you ever met someone who shared vivid stories of Gwydapolis, claiming to have seen or felt things that were just off? Sometimes this might be a sign of a mental health condition, where thoughts can become disorganized and illogical. Now, shifting gears to objective evidence, we have to wonder, is there any solid proof of Gwydapolis? So far, things like photos, maps, or even eyewitness accounts seem pretty scarce. And while this might throw a wrench in the theory, it also leads us to scientific investigations. What do researchers have to say? As of now, there hasn't been a scientific study that confirms Gwydapolis. It seems to remain more of a personal belief than something grounded in research. And speaking of beliefs, we have to touch on consensus reality. Are there a whole bunch of people who feel the same way about Gwydapolis? Or is it the kind of thing that's mostly confined to a single individual? It's definitely more of a niche belief, but it's interesting nonetheless. Potential explanations. So, let's consider what it means if Gwydapolis is indeed more of a delusion. It's possible that it's tied to different mental health conditions, like schizophrenia or a delusional disorder. These types of conditions can cause people to perceive reality in ways that don't quite match up with what's happening around them. It's important to approach these topics with sensitivity, of course, as mental health is such a complex issue. But what if Gwydapolis is actually an alternate reality? Well, now we're entering some really fascinating territory. One idea is that experiences of Gwydapolis could simply be dreamlike states. You might have heard of vivid dreaming, or even lucid dreaming, where you know you're dreaming and can control your experience. Imagine thinking you're in Gwydapolis while you're dreaming. Then there are hypnagogic and hypnopompic states, those funky transitional moments between sleep and wakefulness. During these times, some people experience hallucinations that can feel incredibly real. It's wild, right? And here's another layer. Some folks believe that Gwydapolis might be connected to paranormal phenomena. What if it's a spiritual realm or a mysterious place that exists just out of our reach? This idea brings a lot of intrigue and can tie back to those age-old tales of hidden worlds. So, where does that leave us? Whether Gwydapolis is a delusion or an alternate reality is a tricky question. It's a blend of personal experiences and objective evidence that we can't easily dismiss or confirm. We need to stay open-minded while also keeping a critical eye on such claims. I'd love to hear what you all think. Have you ever wondered if there's more to reality than what we know? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this dive into the mysterious, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing content. And hey, let's keep this conversation going. Follow me on social media for updates and discussions. Until next time, keep exploring the unknown.